Hello everyone, myself Pankaj Sethi and I am from Networkers Home Technical Team. So today we are going to discuss about a scenario on the VTP. Okay, so let's get started. Here you can see we are having switches, switch 1 and switch 2. Okay, so these switches, switch 1 and switch 2 are connected to a local area network that is in VLAN 10 and VLAN 20. Okay, and we are having VLAN 30 and VLAN 40 on switch 2. So this switch, which is a server switch, from this switch we are switch 2 is a also a switch. So what we have to find out that the VLAN is not going to be propagated from switch 1 to switch 2. Okay, so what are the reasons? Clear? So first, on this PC3 I have given an IP that is 10.1.1.1. I'll show you. That is, if I use the command show IP, you can see we are having an IP address that is 10.1.1.1. Okay, and the default gateway is 10.1.1.10. Similarly, on PC4 I'm having IP 20.1.1.1, PC5 30.1.1.1, and PC6 40.1.1. PC3 and 4 are connected to switch 1 and PC5 and 6 are connected to switch 2. Okay. Now on switch 1 I have given the IP addresses and VLAN also. I'll show you. First enable and I'll show you show IP show VLAN brief. So VLAN 10, 20, 30 and 40 are given. Okay, and 10 and 20 are on gig 0 by 1 and 2. So this interface is in VLAN 10, this is interface in VLAN 20, this interface in VLAN 30, and this interface in VLAN 40. Okay, now on switch 2 we go on to the switch 2. Okay, and here you can see we are having the 4 VLANs. Now we go on to switch 2 and we'll see how many VLANs are here. So enable show VLAN brief. Here you can see we are having VLAN 30 and 40. Okay, so in this switch 1 there is VLAN 10, 20, 30, 40. Okay, and if I add some VLANs more here, like on switch 1 I'll add some more VLANs like quantity VLAN 50. Okay, and exit. Now on this, if you see to show VLAN brief, okay, you can see VLAN 50 is allocated on this. Okay, but that VLAN is not propagated on switch 2. So we'll see that here. You can see show VLAN brief. That VLAN is not propagated on switch 2. Okay, so we have to troubleshoot that what are the reasons that they are not being propagated. So first is switch 1. We have to check the details of switch 1 and details of switch 2. So first what we have to do, we have to check that these interfaces gig 0 by 0 and gig 0 by 0 of switch 1 and switch 2 is trunk port allocated on this. Okay, so we go on to here onto the switch 1, do show interfaces trunk. So interfaces, you can see trunking is allocated on gig 0 by 0. On gig 0 by 0 mode on encapsulation is ISL. Okay, similarly we go on to switch 2 and we'll see show interfaces trunk. Okay, so here you can see on gig 1 by 0 trunk is there. On gig 0 by 0 trunking is not allocated, so we'll allocate the trunk. First is interface gig 0 by 0, and the command is switch port trunk encapsulation ISL switch port mode trunk. Okay, and if I use this, if I show the command show interfaces trunk, you can see we are having gig 0 by 0 and encapsulated with ISL. Okay, now ISL is being encapsulated in between them, and now what is the switch to? Okay, now we can see, can we able to communicate? So we go on to switch 1 and we'll remove the VLAN 40. So interface VLAN 50. Okay, and we have to first remove it. So the command is no interface, no VLAN 50. Okay, it is being removed. So now we'll see on switch 2, can the information is being propagated? So show VLAN brief. Still information is not being propagated. So what we can do here is we have to see that what are the values on switch 1. Show VTP status. So version is 2, domain name is Cisco, operating mode is server. Okay, similarly we go on to switch 2, show VTP status, domain name is 2, version is 2 and domain name is not Cisco, so we have to change it to Cisco, and operating mode is transparent. So we'll do that first. Conf t, and VTP mode is, we can use client, and next is VTP domain is Cisco. Okay, now domain name matches, and so again we are going to check it that VLAN information is being shared or not. So first show VLAN brief on switch 1, 20, 30 and 40 are there. So we'll add one more VLAN, conf t VLAN 50 and exit. Now we go on to switch 2. So here I'll do show VLAN brief. So here how many VLANs are there? 10, 20, 30, 40, and on switch 2 it is 50 also. So first we'll remove the what we have to do here, we'll remove the VLAN 50. Okay, here we have given, okay, again we have given, then do show VLAN brief is there. Okay, now 10 to 50 are there. Okay, and if we see on to switch 2, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 are there. Okay, so both are same, but first we confirm that all are correct by using the command no VLAN 50, and if I use the command do show VLAN brief, you can see we are having 10, 20, 30 and 40 VLANs, and similarly on switch 2 do show VLAN brief 10, 20, 30 and 40. Okay, so the point is we can able to communicate between the switches by using the trunk link. Okay, so this is how we can troubleshoot this. Okay, now next point is that from PC3 can we able to ping. So this router, you can see it is an edge router, and this router is an ISP router. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to ping this ISP router. Okay, so first we go on to the PC. So what I have done here, first I'll tell you that here it is VLAN 10, and here I have given on this interface, on these interface, I'll make it the sub interfaces. Okay, I'll make these interfaces as sub interfaces both. Okay, and VLAN 10 and 20 are enabled here, and here VLAN 30 and 40 are enabled. Okay, so these are being enabled here. Now this is VLAN 10, this is VLAN 20, 30 and 40. 10, 20 we can share from here, and 30, 40 we can share it from here. Now, and these interfaces gig 0 by 3 and 1 by 0, I have made it as trunk port both. Okay, clear? So these interfaces are made as trunk, these interfaces are made as sub interfaces. Okay, and now this is an edge router. From here on this interface I have given an IP that is 12.1.1. On this interface I have given an IP that is 12.1.1.2, and there is an IP address of 10.10.10.10. or on this interface, that is, okay, this IP has been changed here. Okay, we'll see that, and we'll troubleshoot this also. First we go on to the ISP. First we go on to the ISP and see enable. Here you can see show IP interface brief. Okay, so what we are going to do, we are going to change the IP address of the loopback interface. Loopback 1 IP address is 100.100.100.100. Okay, and 255.255.255.0. Okay, now IP is being changed. Now on this edge router I have given default routing towards ISP, and on ISP I have given the static routes for 10, 20, 30 and 40 IP addresses. Okay, so here you can see. So first we'll try to ping from PC3 to ISP. So I'll change this. This is like now. This is 100, 100, 100 and 100. Okay. Now we are going to ping from PC3 to this ISP. PC3. Here you can see. Okay. And we are going to ping 100.100.100.100. We can't able to ping due to timeout. Okay. So first we have to go step by step, like PC3 to first we have to ping onto the interface sub interfaces. So the IP of the sub interface is ping 10.1.1.1.10. Okay, we can able to ping on sub interfaces. Now we'll ping on 12.1.1.1. Okay, ping 12.1.1.1, which is the IP. Yes, we can able to ping 12.1 is the IP of gig 0 by 0. Now we are going to ping 12.1.1.2. Can we able to ping? We'll see that. Okay, so we are not able to ping from 12 from this here to here. So now we go on to this edge router and we'll see that the command is enable show IP interface brief. You can see we are having an IP 12.1.1.1, that is correct. And now we go on to this ISP and we'll see that IP is available on ISP. Show IP interface brief. IP is available, or gig 0 by 0, 12.2, gig 0 by 0, and it is 12.2. So that is correct. Now we see, we go on to the edge router and we'll see that if routing is available, show IP, we can see with this command. The command is show run and pipe section IP route. IP route 0000. Yes, there is the problem. So we have given here at 12.1.1.4, but we have to give 12.1.1.2. Okay, 12.1.1.2 and enter. Okay, now we'll see that is, so we have to remove this. Okay, conf t, and we'll remove this, control A. We can say we go with no and enter. Okay, now we can see that we can able to get ping here or not. Okay, from PC3 we'll go on to PC3 and we can see if we can able to ping here or not. Still, so we go on to edge router again and see show IP interface brief. The IP is 12.1 and we use the command show run pipe section IP route. Okay, that is okay. And then we go on to ISP. On ISP, this 12.2 gig 0 by 0, 12.2 is there. Okay, on ISP first we'll see that show run pipe section IP route. We'll see that routing is available on this or not. Okay, and we use the command show run. Okay, so what we have to do, we have to give the routing. Okay, we'll see that again in detail. Okay, show IP route. If I use the command show IP route, okay, so on ISPs the VLAN network information is not given, so we'll give the command conf t IP route, that is 10.1.1.0 and 255.255.255.0, and the next stop will be like 12.1.1.1, 12.1.1.1. Okay, 10 network, 20 network, 30 network, and 40. Done. Now all networks are there. So now we'll check again from PC3. Okay, so now we can able to achieve the ping response. Okay, so this is how we can able to troubleshoot the network. So this scenario will help you out to how we can able to troubleshoot a VTP network as well as a connectivity issues we can troubleshoot. Okay, so I hope this video is informative for you and thank you for watching.